Well, hello, good morning. This is Jeff Hooks. I want to welcome you to our VNI partner training for Saturday, March 21st. It is 11 a.m. Eastern. I was just having a little informal chat with the team before we started, but I'm glad that you're with us. I'm gonna try to keep the laptop from not moving around too much. That'll drive you all crazy. But I'm glad you're with us. These are strange times. These are challenging times. And as a company and a brand, and as your business partner and life partner on this mission within the VNI family, we don't want to minimize that these are challenging times. These are extraordinary times. These are once in a lifetime times. I certainly hope and pray for all of us and our families and our children. But I think the important thing is for us to recognize that our mission has never been more important. The VNI mission, as we talked about, and by the way, I want to mention, if you missed this past Tuesday night's monthly corporate leadership call, I hosted the call and Ken Nasmitz was our featured speaker. Please go back. You've got the recording on your Vitalife App, and you've also got the recording in your back office. Please go back and listen to that. It was some very timely information, to include some announcements on upcoming events. And I don't want to repeat the content of that call, so if you missed it, no worries. That's why we record everything, and you'll be able to go back and listen to that replay. I would encourage you to do that today if you can, but certainly this weekend. We talked about the fact that our mission, the VNI mission of helping people, assisting people in becoming beacons of health, hope, and abundance. This message of ours is unwavering. It's who we are. It's the reason Bill Downs, Kim Downs, Steve Kushner started the company at the very beginning. It's the reason Ed and Gina Bender were with the company at the very beginning, and some of you. It's a mission that's an important one. It's a mission of service. It's a mission of contribution. And our mission, as y'all know, a critical component, a priority of our mission is empowering people around the world as we move forward and grow this company and grow this brand, empowering people to take responsibility for their own health, empowering people to strengthen and boost their own immune systems. Because, God Almighty made our bodies with the ability to, when our bodies are given the right materials, the right raw materials, the right resources to battle enemies, to battle unwanted, viruses or bacteria. And obviously modern medicine helps us sometimes when we're not able to do that ourselves, but nothing, in my opinion, and in our opinion as a brand, is more important from a personal physical wellness standpoint than giving your body nutrition that gets in. So, candidly, there are companies and brands, and we've all seen it, that are trying to jump on the coronavirus bandwagon and promise all kinds of things. And it's important for all of you as leaders and emerging leaders in the world of VNI to hopefully find comfort that we're sitting on a foundation that's a rock. It's not shifting sand. We're not trying to pretend we're something to take advantage of the challenges that we're all dealing with right now with this coronavirus. We are standing on a mission that has been unshakable, unwavering for over 6 years. In fact, you could say, because of pre-launch, we're 6.5 years old now. And this mission of wellness, as all of you know, has been a foundational part of Bill Downs' life for decades, for Steve Kushner's life for decades. If you look at our scientific advisory board, it's a lifetime passion. So I think it's important to kind of have that mindset and internalize that mindset that our mission is unshakable. It's unwavering. I'm very unapologetic with sharing our products and our mission with the world that needs it, because this is who we are. This is not who we're pretending to be because of what's going on. This is who we are. It's who we've always been. And the world has never needed us. The world's always needed the VNI mission, the VNI products, the VNI science, the impact, the ability, again, if you're taking notes, it's so important, I think, for us to recognize those things that we do have some influence over. Okay, circle of influence, circle of concern. Circle of influence, these are the things we focus on. And as human beings, not to get preachy, but if we focus, this is more of a business discussion when I say this, if we focus on if our circle of concern, things we focus on, is outside of our circle of influence. Said differently, if we're focusing on things that we can't control or influence, that creates fear, doubt, worry, desperation, despair in a lot of instances. But if we embrace the fact that by taking personal responsibility for our own health, by giving our bodies nutrition that gets in, we're empowered. We're empowered with taking a positive action. Now, does that eliminate all the challenges of life? Of course not. But strengthening our immune system, you saw, hopefully all of you saw the marketing piece that came out last week, a week ago today, that talks about strengthening your immune system. And then there's a piece that was added. There was a marketing a PDF that was added to the Vitalife app right there at customer PDFs for customers. It's the very first entry, and my phone's way over there at my desk, so I was planning on showing you. But if you'll go to your Vitalife app, if you haven't done it, refresh it by taking two fingers, pulling it down from the top. That refreshes all the content. And then you scroll down to PDFs for customers. Take a look at that first PDF that our amazing marketing team created. And it talks about how each one of our products, y'all, I mean, we're talking Protivite, we're talking Brain Reward, we're talking GARS Restoragen, we're talking Insorbin, we're talking Thione Extra. All of our products strengthen and boost the immune system. And this is not scientific, obviously, but from a different angle. That's a very accurate, I asked Bill's permission, that's a very accurate layperson way of describing it. Let me see if I can do this where it's not, I'm sorry it's moving so much. In other words, our Protivite, by what the Protivite does, obviously brain food, what the Brain Reward does in the brain with dopamine and dopamine receptors, that's strengthening the immune system from the brain to the rest of the body. Protivite nourishes the body at a cellular level throughout the body. And, so each of our products has an impact. Now that's a tool. My question to you with absolute love and respect is, how many of your friends and contacts and colleagues and neighbors in the last week have you shared that with? Have you shared that PDF with? Not in a blast email, but in a one-to-one discussion. People are looking for solutions, y'all. If they weren't, they wouldn't be. I mean, why in the world are people spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on toilet paper? I mean, seriously, this virus is not even a GI issue. It doesn't create GI issues. It doesn't make sense. What they're doing is they're wanting, and all of us, look, we're all looking for something some semblance of control and normalcy. And there's a little bit of panic in certain areas and at certain times. Now, I will say, at least in Charlotte, North Carolina, everybody that I've been around is practicing social distancing. But I've never seen so many people out exercising. Now, we're blessed over the last few days with some sunshine and some warm weather. I know some of you are not, depending on where you are in the US or Canada. But, that people are looking to exercise, get some fresh air, try to get the children outside, away from the internet for a while, and away from video games. And so people are looking for ways to gain control, or ways to feel better about the choices they're making. And so if someone's going to go spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on hand sanitizer and toilet paper, don't you think most, not all, would be interested in learning about nutrition that gets in? They just don't know about it. I mean, I can promise you, vitamin C sales are much higher over the last few weeks. Vitamin D sales are much higher, and that's a good thing. We support that. But our products are extraordinary. Our products, as you know, are unique. They're proprietary, and they're proven by 48 peer-reviewed published clinical studies. Our products are proven to boost the immune system. Our Insorb, that was one of the takeaways from our couple of clinical studies on Insorb, is boosting the immune system and improving immune health. So y'all, we have something. So again, that little tool, that's there for you. That's there for you to share. So it's important for us, hopefully, to recognize that. Okay, by the way, Bill says recent revelations indicate the most serious form of the virus does affect the GI tract. Let's be honest, people are not buying dozens and dozens of rolls of toilet paper because they're aware of that science. Okay. When people, I mean, this is a week and a half ago, you couldn't find toilet paper in Charlotte. And I can promise you, we didn't have research scientists that knew that the virus impacted the GI tract. So, you know, I don't mean to minimize these decisions, but my point, hopefully you got the point. I don't want you to miss the point. The point is, people are looking, here's the main point. If they're willing to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on toilet paper and hand sanitizer, don't you think a lot of people would be interested in investing in their health with the VNI products with nutrition that gets in? That's the point. That's the point. People are, and the reason they're not is they don't know about our products. So from a place of love, we always call it sharing and caring, with a smile on our face and with love in our heart, with empathy. Some people, I mean, y'all know this. Some people are interested in, some people are burying their head in the sand, acting like nothing's going, you know, everything's fine. Some people are in the fetal position, scared to death. And, you know, and in some cases, if you're at that high risk area, you shouldn't be scared, but you should be smart. And so what we're doing is we're bringing products that and again, this is a message, as you know, we've been sharing for over 6 years, a message of health, hope, and abundance, a message of, hey, take responsibility, take some control for your health, give your body nutrition that gets in, and recognize that you're making, starting today, even if you're a brand new customer today or a brand new customer tomorrow, you're making a decision that's going to strengthen your health and give your immune system some resources that it desperately needs. Now, you know, you don't rebuild the immune system overnight, but we know within 5 minutes of taking Protovite, for example, that's nutrition that gets in. It's in the blood. It's oxygenating the blood. It's restoring hemoglobin and red blood cells. So we know clinically that our products make an impact as soon as our customers start taking them. So what are we waiting for? Okay, so that's the whole idea. So I encourage you, again, we talk about in the sharing process, we talk about three things: make a friend, find a need or desire, and transfer the feeling. Find a need, make a friend rather. So focus on relationship first. You know, I encourage all of you to do what I'm doing. I'm reaching out to some contacts, and I'm checking in on them, and I'm saying, how are you doing? And I'm saying, what are you doing? What's your wellness plan? You know, what are you doing to strengthen your immune system? What are you doing for yourself and your family to respond to the situation and the challenges that we're all dealing with right now? You know, start the conversation that way. Don't start the conversation with a sales pitch. Sharing and caring. Make a friend, or, you know, renew that friendship. Focus on relationship first. Focus on loving on people first. Then the needs and desires, and then transfer the feeling. That's when you share. Okay, so you're sharing from a place of contribution. And I hope you'll understand that, because folks, listen, and y'all know this as a team, we know this. The need has never been greater for our products, and the need has never been greater for our business model. I want you to understand that. The need has never been greater. I don't know if you noticed that, but just a couple of weeks ago, the unemployment claims were like 200,000 for the week. This past week, I think it was 2.4 million. Look what's happened in just a couple of weeks. Now, again, we haven't changed our message. Now, I got to be careful with how you communicate this, but I'm gonna just speak truth to our team. We've been talking about, and you've heard me say, and some of our leaders for years now, that we believe, and I do believe in my heart and soul, that every single family, every single person should have multiple streams of income. We talk about, even if you're blessed with a wonderful job and you love your job, build if the products make sense, if the mission resonates with you, then engage in this mission and build a part-time business from home, a diversified cash flow, a parallel cash flow, meaning you've got your day job and that income coming in, and then you start building your V&I business on the side, and you've got a parallel you've got two cash flows, parallel cash flows. They're both designed. One is part-time, one's your full-time job, and they're designed for whatever you want, the cash flow that you want. And I can promise you right now in this marketplace, if people slowed down and looked, and they'd say, gosh, I wish 2 or 3 years ago I'd started building a V&I cash flow, because I'd have 2, 3, 4,000 a month coming in, even no matter what happens with my job, or whatever level you build it to, or more or less. But hey, let's face it, $500 to $1,000 a month, that's groceries for the family during this challenging time. And it's an opportunity to buy more product. If you want to, if you want the family to boost up and take more Protivite, or take, add Enzorb for every member of the family, whatever it is, it gives you some options. And so we want to be very humble. We want to be loving. We don't want to be judgmental. We certainly don't want to be finger pointing, but it's wise to supplement with the V&I products backed by 48 peer-reviewed published clinical studies. It's wise to give your body nutrition that gets in. It's wise, and we know that. We're coming from a place of knowledge. We're coming from a place of experience with the products. I've seen what these products have done in my own life. I've seen what our products have done in my own blood work. So we know that. Now, the world doesn't know that. So that's why we share. We're coming from a place of contribution. We're coming from a place of service, not a place of, again, we always talk about, we're looking for missionaries, not mercenaries. So we're not coming from a place of exploitation like I see in the marketplace. We're not coming from a place of manipulation. We're coming from a place of love, compassion, and contribution. And the same is true with the business. I know that it's wise that everybody on the planet, I truly believe this in my head and my heart, that everyone on the planet, if they took our products, would be better off. I know that. I also believe that almost everybody, I'm going to say almost, because there are some people that are independently wealthy and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But almost, there are a vast majority of people would be better off. It would be a very wise decision to engage and start building a V&I business part-time over the next few years, because you never know. Nobody saw this coming. Who could have ever imagined? Y'all, there are entire industries that have shut down with the snap of a finger. And we're talking big businesses, companies, smart people that never saw any of this coming. And so I just believe it's wise to have a plan B. Dig a well before you're thirsty. And that's a mission. That's our mission. Again, here's the point. That's a mission we've been sharing around in the US and Canada for 6.5 years. It's never been more timely than now. And our mission's going to continue. Y'all, make no mistake, our sales are up. And I say that with gratitude to all of you. I say that for all of us. I'm grateful that our products can help. I'm grateful that our business model, this challenge actually gives our business model a tailwind. And y'all, it's a tailwind that's going to last for years. So what does that mean? That means your opportunity with V&I, whatever your vision is, whatever your dream is, is better today actually than it was a month ago, better than it was 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And it was very good then. But what I want you to ask yourself is, do you have that same belief and conviction? And I know you do, but it's a good question to ask. Do you have that same belief and conviction that I just communicated? That, in other words, do you know that you know that you know, to a point of conviction that people need these products? Do you know that you know that you know that most people would be blessed if they engaged in this mission and built and took some time over the next, now again, even if it's a few $100s a month, we've got 500, 1,000 people can engage right now and take some pressure off. But we all know this is a business model that takes some time. So our message on the partner side should be, look, let's engage now in something that blesses people, that makes a contribution, that can generate a return immediately, but that most importantly, over time, over the next 2, 3, 4 years, we can build you a cash flow part-time, no matter whatever else you're working on, that takes pressure off and gives you options, that allows you to accumulate a nest egg of savings. See, that's part of it. What if we just showed people how to make a $500 to $1,000 a month, so their product for themselves and their families paid for, so they can enjoy nutrition that gets in themselves, and they can put an extra $500 a month, $600 a month into a savings account and not touch it. And over the next few years, accumulate tens of thousands of dollars in savings. Experts say we should have 6 months of living expenses set aside in a savings account that we don't touch. You and I know that most people don't do that. Most people don't have that. We overspend, we overconsume, and I'm certainly been guilty of it a large portion of my entire life as well. So our business model allows people to take some control and change that. Okay. So I want to make a quick announcement. I'm going to come back to it at the very end. I want to make sure all of you know you got the communication that went out via email and text that Tuesday night, the 24th, I believe it is. Yeah, Tuesday night, March 24th at 9 p.m. We've got a special training. We've got JJ Oswald, who's one of the principals of Verb, our technology partner that created the Vitalife App. He's going to be joining me on a special training on best practices with the Vitalife App. We now have 6 months of data on what's working, what's not working. We want to make sure you and your teams are up to speed and equipped and empowered on how to use the Vitalife App, especially today, where social distancing is not only wise, in many areas it's mandatory. How blessed are we that we can share these amazing products, that we have a platform, a technology platform. Our partner, Verb, our technology partner, they're a NASDAQ public company. They've invested millions in this platform. And I'm going to go ahead and let a little teaser out. We're going to be releasing June 1. It might be a little bit earlier, but right now I'm just planning on June 1, an enhancement component to this, our amazing Vitalife app that's going to blow you away. And I'm going to leave it at that, but just remember that. So JJ Oswald, who's one of the principals, who's over all of global sales and business development, is going to be joining me and all of you, hopefully, Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. That's Tuesday, March 24th at 9 o'clock on the Vitalife app, how to leverage best practices in this time of social distancing. Okay, so don't miss that. Please put that in your calendar. Get the word out to your team, and make sure you lead by example, and you're plugged into that as well. Now I'm going to start. I'm going to start a screen share, and I'm going to go through really just one slide. I want to cover some fundamentals because we do have a couple new partners plugged into the event. So let me start my screen share. Share and play from start. Okay, these are some fundamentals that we talk about literally every single week, and I want to make sure we help some of our partners that are brand new with a few of the key fundamentals to build on what we've already talked about. Okay, now first of all, what is happening with, there we go. Let me move my video over. All right. One of the key principles that I want all of us to recognize, and it's more important now in this environment. It's certainly as important, I would argue, is potentially more important than ever. The importance of doing exactly what you're doing today, and that is you're staying plugged in. Stay plugged in to the events. Again, if you look at just this past week, Tuesday night, we had the monthly corporate leadership call. We had corporate updates, recognition, and a leadership development training segment from Ken Nasmans. Thursday evening, we had the Zoom presentation that yours truly and Ken Nasmans did. The previous 3 or 4 weeks, it was Ed and Gina and our founder and CEO, Bill Downs. It was me and Bill Downs. So you've got some really nice presentation options that you can use for follow-up shares. And I'm going to go ahead and say that because sometimes I don't want to forget. So our exposure, our sharing methodology, as you know, we have 3 descriptions that help you remember how to keep it simple: invite, share, and follow up. Okay, so the invitation is once you're ready to share, you invite whoever you're talking to. And in today's environment, that's usually going to be over the phone or FaceTime, or it could be a Zoom, or whatever, Google Meet, whatever you're doing. You invite that individual to learn about the V&I products. And I will suggest, I think it's wise to lead with the products unless your conversation has gone to financial opportunity, business opportunity, career paths. If that is it, when you made a friend, or renewed your friendship, so you're focused on the relationship, then you discover the need or desire. If that need or desire points to financial opportunity, then certainly lead and share the products and the business. But all else being equal, lead with the products. And then in the discussion, you can let that individual know that we have an authorized partner opportunity. Does that make sense? So invite, share the information using the Vitalife App, and then you follow up. Okay, the follow up, get your upline success coach involved through a 3-way call. But during that follow up, so for example, our #1 share tool for the initial invite share is our 5-minute video. Now, we do have some individuals that are leading with the product shorts, and that's working as well. So whatever path you choose, you share the video, then that you follow up. Hey, the next step is based on, what questions do you have? What do you like about what you saw and heard? Okay, hey, the next step is I've got a recording of a Thursday night information event that I want to share you that gives you a little bit of a deeper dive on our products and our business model. That'll be the next. So the next step is I'm going to forward you from my Vitalife app. You want me to send it text or email? You just ask them, and then you forward them the full 30 to 40 minute presentation. So let me make sure I'm going to say the same thing differently. The Thursday night, the recordings of our Thursday night presentation, in most cases, that's not the best first exposure. It's one of the best second or third exposures based on the questions and the interest and the conversation that you're having. So invite, share. The next step is share something else. The next step is share something else. The next step is 3-way call with your upline. You move people. Sometimes you'll share and people are ready to place an order. That's one of the things Gina Bender does so well. Oftentimes people our leadership team refers to the fact that Gina, and I would include Ken Nasmans in this list. I'll also include Mike Dannenberg and others. Many of you do a great job, but Gina's often talked about as just to be an amazing closer. And I disagree with the language. I totally agree with the point, but I disagree with the language of closing. Gina's not closing. Gina's just asking for the order. She's saying, how quickly do you want to start enjoying these products? She's very assumptive because her belief is so high, just like Ed's is, just like many of you. So she knows these products are going to bless people. So it's not so much what you say, it's how you feel about what you say that determines the level of influence. Okay, so think about that. So make sure you're letting your light shine. Make sure that your conviction and belief with authenticity is coming through when you're in the sharing process. Invite people to learn, share the information. Don't be afraid to ask for their order. Hey, how quickly, how soon would you like to feel the benefits of nutrition that gets in? Let's go ahead and get your product order done and get your subscription set up today. It'll only take a few minutes. Let's go. So, and if they're not ready, they're going to say, well, whoa, 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 whoa. And then if they're not ready, then you say, okay, great. The next step is I want to forward you a replay of our Thursday night Zoom, and you'll get some deeper dive information. Does that make sense? Next step is I want to introduce you to my directors or above success coach, and they've built a wonderful customer base, and they can help answer some questions. So that's make sure you remember in the exposure process. Excuse me. I also left my water over there, so I'm gonna have to make this whole journey without a sip of water. So pray for me. All right. So stay plugged in is point number one, just like you're doing today. I went off a rabbit trail, but I'm gonna go with the flow today. So stay plugged in means you don't isolate. If you think about it, we're coming together. There are just under 50 of us live today, and we've come together and we're learning from each other. And then we'll have hundreds of replays over the next week or two from other partners, and sometimes existing partners listen to certain parts of our training content more than once. See, y'all, we are built with the Vitalife app, with your marketing website, and with your back office, and with our leverage of technologies like Zoom and our conference call bridges. We are positioned, I'm going to say it this way, we can build just as easy in this social distancing environment as before, because of all the investments that the company has made in your business, as our valued, collaborative, authorized partners. It's a team sport. We're in this together. And if you look at the investments that we've made and we continue to make, to include the scientific clinical studies, it's all designed for when you share the VNI products, that you can share with confidence and you can share with conviction. So staying plugged in means there's a lot of negativity. I do encourage you, and this is my opinion, obviously, don't stay in front of the TV set watching the news loops over and over. I'm not saying don't watch the news, but get out, take a walk, make a few phone calls, connect with some friends, share VNI with some people, do some follow-ups, plug into a training, lead a training with your team, watch a movie, read a good book, a positive fictional book, or study the Bible. Let's make sure all of us, and I have to catch myself, not really me, but within my family, I'll put it that way, with the same counsel. There's opportunities here. I'll tell you one thing my wife's doing that I'm so proud of her. She is a workout guru during this. She's in the ministry, and she loves people. She loves that personal connection, and FaceTime and video conference, all that's good, but she loves person to person. So she'll be the first to tell you she's been stir crazy over particularly this last week. So she prayerfully channeled that into a fitness regimen that is absolutely amazing. So she's walking multiple miles. I'm walking with her a couple times a day, but she's walking multiple times a day. She's out with our teenage daughter, walking to Starbucks, which is about a little over a mile away, just to walk through the drive-through and get something and then walk back. We've got the cleanest garage I've ever had in my entire life. She cleaned the garage out a few days ago. So she's looking at it as an opportunity to take her fitness plan to another level and do some projects that she's never wanted to do and never had, but needs to do and we need to do and doesn't take time for. So there's all kinds of opportunities here. So what's the point? The stay plugged in means don't isolate. The stay plugged in means put some good stuff in your brain that are going to help you goal achieving, mission accomplishing content that's going to help keep you positive. I'm convinced that if every one of us, myself included, sat around watching the news all day, we would all be depressed in less than a few days. So stay plugged into the positive. Stay plugged into your personal growth plan. I just started a brand new book on wealth creation. Your personal growth plan, videos, audios on, on YouTube, your John Maxwell content, if you've got some of that, Jim Rohn content, stay plugged in, Napoleon Hill, whatever content, stay plugged into to the events that we do. Stay plugged into some positive content like your personal growth and professional growth content that you're investing in. Stay plugged into your upline success coaches. Stay plugged into our mission of helping people and sharing health, hope, and abundance. Okay, all of those things are so important because it keeps us focused forward. Our pastor says, don't tell God how big your mountain is. Tell the mountain how big your God is. And so it's a question of focus. And we have the ability in the VNI family to make an impact and to help people in this challenging environment with our products and with our partner mission. Number two, and I'm wondering why. It's interesting. Let me try something else. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Do something. My PowerPoint's doing something a little bit different, but it's all good. All right. Do something positive every day. All right. That's consistent. We for those of you that are brand new, everybody wants to know, understandably, what are the secrets to building a huge VNI business? What are the secrets to building a massive customer base and going Envoy and beyond? And the short answer is there really are no secrets, because we tell you, we don't hold anything back. Why would we? We share best practices so that all of you can leverage the ideas and the things that are working and have been proven over the last 6.5 years of our company's existence. But if there is a secret, it's this second point right here. The idea of do something positive every day to grow your VNI business. Do something positive every day. The consistency, a little bit every day, is what creates momentum. And momentum is sustained through consistency. So that's the secret sauce. Do something positive every day to build and grow your business. Take responsibility for your business, folks. This is so important. If it is to be, it's up to me. Recognize that you have connections with people in your sphere of influence, friends, family, neighborhood, work associates, colleagues, etc. You have access to people that nobody else has. And the only way they're going to learn about the VNI products and or the VNI partner opportunity that can bless them financially is from you. So take responsibility. Don't expect all of us. Don't expect anybody to do it for us. Say, hey, if it is to be, it's up to me. This is an opportunity, and feel inspired and motivated and empowered by that opportunity. The sky's the limit. I mean, how many people are sitting around right now in this environment around the world? And I say this with love and empathy. And they're feeling like, you know what, the sky's the limit. There are no limits to what I can accomplish and help people and help my family. Not many people, but we genuinely have that opportunity with VNI. So take responsibility, authenticity, be you. As you're out there sharing and caring, be the real you. One of the things that we're committed to as a company and a brand, and some of the things that we're going to announce with some of I mentioned the expansion of our VNI Life platform, is we want to help you be the best version of you. And so I will share this investment ties into your personal and professional growth. It ties into a massive investment on our part to help you be the best you can be. And whether it's social distancing or whether it's back to our normal life, we know that the best investment we can make as a company, in addition to our products and our science and our intellectual property, is you. Investing in you to help you learn and grow and become the best version of yourself. So be authentic. Commit to personal growth, which is what we've been talking about. If you want to go to the next level, you need to grow to the next level. So I would encourage all of us, and I'm certainly, I'm absolutely, I've already touched on this. I'm committed to this and always have been, but use this opportunity to beef up your personal growth plan, whether it's reading books, whether it's listening to audio programs, whether it's listening to plugging into online educational content. If you want suggestions, call me or email me, jeff@vni.life, and we can talk about kind of the areas that you want to focus on for your personal and professional growth. And I can make some recommendations of content that I've studied and gone through, and ask anybody that's close to me. I have a very robust library, physical library, digital library. I belong to Audible. If you're not, Audible is an Amazon company, Audible. And I've got 60 books in Audible that I have listened to or gone through some or all of. And so, commit to your personal growth. If you want to go to the next level, you want to grow to the next level. That's an opportunity. Again, put some good stuff in. Leadership. We must first, this is an opportunity, this environment for all of us to lead. And again, not lead from a position of judgment, why are you being negative, or why are you scared? That's not leadership. That's foolish. And it's a lack of love. We're talking about influencing people, and that leadership influence in a positive direction. That leadership starts with us working on, and it's a process, working on leading ourselves. How, if our family and our children or our parents, how's their mindset? Well, and how can I help their mindset? How can I encourage them in a time of fear and doubt? Well, let me ask myself, how's my mindset? How am I feeling? Am I full of hope and faith? And, prayerfully, it's okay to have doubts. We want to be authentic. Remember point number 4, we want to be authentic. We don't want to be fake. So if you have fear, it's okay to have fears and doubts, but you just don't want to stay there. You want to change your focus. And again, with VNI, we've got a positive focus as part of your world of a proactive way to make an impact, a proactive way to boost and protect the health of your family, yourself, your loved ones, and also make an impact in the world, a contribution in the world. And I think that's the best thing we can do. But leadership begins with first leading ourselves. This is Jim Rohn, leader of one, leader of many. If you can't lead one, you can't lead any. So he's talking about ourselves, leader of one, ourselves, leader of many. Then we can influence and encourage and make a positive impact on those around us. If you can't lead one, if we can't lead ourselves, you can't lead any. That's a powerful quote. And so leadership can be learned. Leadership can be learned. And that personal growth plan, back to point number 5, is one of the best ways to, all of these will grow your leadership. Staying plugged in, learning from each other like we're doing today, and taking our leadership to the next level through personal growth. And then the last two comments I want to make, and we're going to bring it home here today. Recognize that every time you connect, whether it's social distancing in our current environment or in normal life, which we will get back to, y'all, and you got to know that we will. The world, we've been through challenges before. If you know anything about the Spanish flu, which really didn't originate in Spain, that's a whole nother conversation. The estimates by the experts are, well, I'm not even going to get into the numbers. It's World War I, the loss of life, as catastrophic as that was, didn't hold a candle to the Spanish flu. I personally, because of social distancing and a lot of other things, don't think that we're in that environment right now. I don't think we are, if everybody's smart. But here's the point. We will get through this, all of us, and we'll come out the other side. And so the question is this an opportunity for us to grow? Carpe diem. What can we do in this moment that is positive, that's encouraging, that's empowering? And one of the things we can do is exactly what we're looking at right now with customers, with partners, with prospective customers, prospective partners. Remember that every time you connect with them, it's an opportunity to encourage. again, people are interested if they want to be empowered. They want to feel like they can do something that protects themselves and their family. And toilet paper is important, but it's not as important as Prodivide. And I'm not saying that to be silly. Hand sanitizer is definitely important. Although they say washing your hands is better. But if you're out in the car and out and about, hand sanitizer is important. I would argue Prodivite's, let's just say, as important. If I had to choose, probably know what I would choose if I had to choose between the two, but I do both. So it's an opportunity to encourage. It's an opportunity to help people, be a beacon of health, hope, and abundance. So we want to look at emails, text, phone conversations. Be a leader. Speak some encouragement with authenticity, and that's one of the best ways that we can bless people during these challenging times. And then number two, every time you touch a partner or a customer, it's an opportunity to build belief in the products, build belief in the business, build belief in the fact that we are going to have an amazing, bright future. We are going to get through this. Nobody knows exactly what it looks like. Nobody knows exactly how long everything's going to take. I think the best thing that we can do is be prepared for this to last a while. And when I say a while, be prepared for it to last a long while, and then pray that it ends immediately. Pray that it ends quickly, but be prepared. Mindset, think marathon. You don't see a marathon runner getting a 3-point stance and sprint when the gun goes off. They set a pace. And so we want to set a pace. We don't want to be too high. We don't want to be too low. We want to be prepared for the long haul. And so create a plan, create a strategy with your V&I business and in your personal life, in my opinion, that to be in it for the long haul. Set a pace that's sustainable for a long, long time. And then let's pray that this ends very quickly. And the beautiful thing about your V&I family and your V&I opportunity and your V&I business is we're positioned for the long term. Everything's in place to build a massive business through social distancing. The Vitalife App, thankfully, all the investments that we made and the things that we've unveiled over the last couple of years, especially last year, is all designed to equip and empower you to do amazing things in this environment, beginning right now. So that's it. Let me stop my screen share. Let me see if stop share. And let me bring it home. All right, y'all, listen, thank you so much. We had great participation. If anybody wants to share any encouragement, send me a chat real quick. I'll read it out to the group. But I appreciate everything, y'all. Listen, this is, I'm honored and grateful to be on this mission with all of you. I'm grateful for each one of you. I believe in each one of you. We're going to make an impact. We're going to make a difference. And please recognize, I said it at the beginning, this challenge, within every challenge, y'all know this, within every challenge, there's an opportunity. And this challenge is an opportunity for us to contribute and for us to it's a tailwind. And y'all know what I mean by tailwind. This is going to propel us forward because awareness, the priority of health, the priority of taking responsibility for strengthening your own health and your own immune system, that awareness is never going to be higher, and it's going to last for years. This isn't just a quick thing. And so this is good stuff. Cynthia, thank you, Mike Boston, thank you, Bill Downs, thank you, Annette Collins. This is great stuff. Listen, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Y'all have a blessed day. Let me know anything I can do to help. Absolutely any one of you. And let's go bless some people. I will say, Mike and Heather Dannenberg, thank you. And don't forget Tuesday night, 9 o'clock. And y'all have an awesome day. Thanks so much, and God bless. Bye-bye.